everybody, I'm Mama Baird. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I picked up from my local food bank. We are a working family, but we utilize our local food bank once to 4 times a month, depending on how much we need it. A local food bank is for everybody. If you're one of those who've been considering going, but you're worried that there's not enough food for everybody or that other people need it more than you, I would encourage you to go and check it out, at least see if that is the case, because there's lots of times where there is lots of food available and both you and your neighbor can get food, not just one or the other. So consider going to your local food bank if you're struggling. Everybody's feeling the pinch of grocery prices, so including you, and you could be eligible. So please go consider going to your local food bank. I'm going to show you what I picked up at mine. I live in Missoula, Montana. If you're new to the channel, I'm Carolina. Please give me a like. Hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, press the notification bell. It'll let you know every time I post a new video. And if you don't mind leaving me a comment, even a heart, it really goes a long way. Thank you so much. So we're going to get in here and I'm going to show you what they gave me this month. Now, I also picked up a Christmas box. I don't know what's in it yet. I haven't looked at it. So we will discover that out together. I'm super excited about it. So let's get in here and I'm going to show you what I got. I also wanted to thank you guys for sending me some Christmas cards. If you would like to exchange Christmas cards with me, here is my P.O. box. I will leave that down. Send us a Christmas card. We will be happy to send you one back. So thank you for these who have sent that to me. I appreciate it. I figured maybe I can decorate my cupboards, you know. Anyway, so let's get in here. This is just one part of it. This is all the pantry goods. I don't always get this many pantry goods every visit, so it kind of depends. But this one, they loaded me up. So let's get in here and see what we got. We got some strawberry jelly and Jif peanut butter. Jif is the best peanut butter. Argue with me if you want, it is. And then we got some cake mix. If you notice here, it's cut in the back. This is like from the box cutter of whenever the stalker opened the box, it cut open the box. So the bag is still intact, but this itself is cut, so that's why that got donated. So it's interesting to see what some things qualify for getting donated. And then with the cake mix, they gave me some whipped vanilla ice cream. I got 6 things of fruit here. I have 3 kids, so they gave me like 2 per kid. And then I also got 6 things of applesauce pouches. I got 4 things of ramen noodles. Those always go really far. Sometimes when I'm feeling blah and I just don't know what to eat, I'll just cook 2 packs, have 1 pack of seasoning in there and some butter, and that's what I have. It's really good. I got some hot apple cider packets, as well as 3 hot cocos, a sleeve of crackers, a bag here of pancake mix, as well as Rob Mills cornmeal. I have a lot of Bob's Red Mills. I've actually gone through my pantry and I found like 7 bags of 7 different products, all by the same company. So that's going to be a video coming up, is me breaking out all of these and trying all of them and seeing, you know, because sometimes it's a bit intimidating, cornmeal, you know, making your own stuff. So that'll be fun to do. So that's coming up. And then I got 4 things of cereal. I saw this Mighty Life. That's the first time I've seen this here. So it had strawberry, blueberry, bis, and then very vanilla. Husband really likes Life, so I think that he would like these ones. And then we got a Frosted Flake, and then as well as the mini spooners, like the Frosted Mini Wheats. And then we got 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese, the spirals. That's always fun when you get a new type of noodle. A bag here of ginger snaps. So 1 will be fun to eat, but 2, I could see turning these into like a crust for a cheesecake or something. That would be good. And then I got a bag of coffee, as well as a bag of regular granulated white sugar. There we go. And then a bag of flour as well. So those always come handy for if you're baking something. Last month that I got these, I made a pear cake with that, plus with some diced pears that I got. I'll leave that link below if you haven't checked out that latest food bank haul. I took a break for this last month just to help those who didn't receive their SNAP benefits to be able to get food for like Thanksgiving and stuff, because what a catastrophe. So I took a step back this last month and just kind of worked through some of my stuff and let those who were in desperate need get it. And I'm really glad I did that. It helped a lot. I also donated to the local food bank through the food drive through my school. or they're the kids' school. And a lot of people are like, well, how can you go to the food bank but also donate to the food bank? That doesn't make sense. Like, you can give and take all at the same place. Like, you don't have to only take from the food bank. You can give as well. You don't have to only give, you can take as well. You know, like, everything part of charity and helping others is the whole knowing when to give and when to take situation, you know. So anyway, the kids were having a food drive, so I donated to the food drive, even though it was to the same food bank that I go visit once a month. You know, like, it's not a big deal. So, and I'm sorry, rant over. I got a pack of Alfredo. It's like Alfredo dinner and a cheesy tuna dinner. Then a lasagna one. And then a box of gourmet turkey stuffing. That's good stuffing. And then a suddenly creamy Parmesan salad. That looks really good. I like pasta salad. So we got that. And then I got lots of pasta this time. I got 2 bags of these vermicelli. So, like, this would be good to make your own rice-a-roni. That's the roni and the rice-a-roni. I got a bag of organic wheat shell pasta, as well as whole wheat rigatoni. That's nice. And also came with a jar of pasta sauce. So there's at least one dinner right up there. I wanted to kind of calculate how many dinners you think I got from all this. So it's quite a bit. And then I got a can of beefaroni and then 2 cans of this overstuffed beef ravioli. 2 cans of this macaroni, tomato, meat sauce mixture. Some peaches, peas, green beans, pears, oranges, fruit cocktail, and pineapple chunks. So nice, good variety of fruits and veggies. Also got a can of chicken and then 2 cans of tuna. 4 cans of cream of mushroom soup. A can of sliced beets, which I hate beets. There's not many things that I don't like, but I'm not a fan of beets. And they threw this in there. So this will be interesting to try and figure out what to do with this. And then a can of whole potatoes. I got a can of strawberry pie filling, plus a big can of pumpkin puree, and a big can of Bush's yams. These are so good. I made those for Thanksgiving. And then a roll of toilet paper. So this is the dry goods I got, but I still got frozen and some refrigerator and some produce. So let me switch it out and then I'll show you around too. Voila! It's all switched over. All right, you guys, like I said, this was a huge haul this week. I was able to really get a lot. 1/2 gallon of 2% milk. And then they had some extra stuff. So this is apple cider maple balsamic vinaigrette. I think this would also be great for like a marinade. It even says on here marinade for poultry, pork, or salmon. So that looks really cool. Let me do some of the food. So I got 2 of these Texas style biscuits, 5 biscuits per container here, little tiny ones. I got 4 things of yogurt, Yoplait Light, regular. Tillamook is a very nice brand. And then a Chobani Flit, cinnamon French toast. That looks good. I got 1/2 cup of butter. And then they had pudding, tapioca pudding. We'll see if the kids like that. They've never had tapioca pudding before. I got a dozen eggs. And then for the meat, I got 2 things of their breakfast blend pork sausage. I've gotten this the last couple of months that I was able to pick out some meat, and I love this. It is so good. So I'll get that every time. And then I got chicken. So I got 2 of these bags of chicken here. Those are pretty big inserts, you know what I'm saying? So those will go very well. And those will last 6 meals worth of meat there. That's awesome. And then I got another, I think these are buttercup squash. Got another buttercup squash. So I have 3 of these right now. So I need to start using them. And then I got some orange peach mango juice. That'll be good for the children. I got some apples. Look at these beautiful extra Evercrisp, they say. Those look gorgeous. So some nice, beautiful apples. As well as a giant onion. Look at that. This is bacon to be made into onion rings. Then I got a parsnip, which, you know, I always see on Hell's Kitchen. They make parsnip puree. Like, I should try that with these parsnips, you know, make a fancy puree. I also got a kohlrabi, which you're going to peel, and then you can either eat it raw or cook it like you would, like zucchini and stuff. So I got some carrots as well, and then some potatoes. You say potato, I also say potato. That's why we call them potatoes. Speaking of potato, we also got a bag of potato rolls. These are, they feel dense, which is nice. A good hearty roll, you know. So you can either eat them like this, or we can turn them into something else. Also, I always like it when they have this shepherd's bread. This makes really nice, good, fluffy sandwich bread, you know. So I got a big one of that. Sometimes it has flour on it. And then, so they had lots of bread. They're like, take all the bread. So then I got 2 things of Kaiser rolls that, these also make great sandwiches. We got those. And then I got, you got wheat or white choice. I chose wheat. And then they had so many sweets. I told you, oh wait, hold on, not done. 3 Lunchables. The kids will enjoy those. And then I got a 7-layer bean dip. That'll be good. Some chips. Nom, 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 nom. All right. And then lots of desserts. All right. I know you were looking. So we got a thing of cannolis. $10 for 4 cannolis. I find that interesting. So yeah, cannolis. Cupcakes. I think this is all from the store. Yolks. Yeah. $12 for a dozen cupcakes. All Thanksgiving themed. And then look, chocolate chip. Well, it says chocolate chip muffins, but these are pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. So these are going to be really good. And these are one of those things, since we got a lot of sweets, I could always put 2 in a bag and freeze it. And that would be good for like a lunch, you know, or 1 for husband, 1 for kids, 2 for husband. And then they also had some assorted Danish. So I grabbed that. This would be really good. Just like heat it up 30 seconds, 20 seconds in the microwave, you know. And then they had some donuts. I no longer work at the bakery frying donuts, so we don't get donuts as much anymore. So they had these, they reduced them down, and then these also didn't sell. So then they got donated. So we were able to get a dozen donuts. Kids don't know about these yet, so they will enjoy this as well. So lots of sweets, lots of bread, but also lots of good hearty food as well. Now that was it for my big monthly haul. However, they also gave me a Christmas box. So let's go get the stuff that came with the Christmas box and see what's in there. All right, now we have the Christmas box. So you were able to pick a whole turkey, a turkey breast, or a ham. I chose a turkey breast. Now, I did not know that it was going to be fully cooked, so that's kind of great. I'm going to actually have this sliced up and use this for sandwiches. We go through a lot of turkey sandwiches. But this is nice. This would be the perfect thing if it's just a couple of you, you know. And then you can always cut that up and make that into some kind of turkey dinner, or you can slice big chunks of it and kind of grill it and then do that with the gravy on it. And then in here, we got a bag of potatoes, a half bag of carrots. That's a good chunk of carrots. Let's see, we got some margarine, an onion, and then there's 5 oranges in here. Nice. And then our box. Let's see what's in here. I haven't looked yet. Wow. All right. Let's see. We got dried date. No one likes a fresh date. Gotta have them dried dates. It was a joke. It was a joke. All right. Can of fruit cocktail. Oh, I think this is upside down. A thing of instant mashed potatoes. Nice. Cream of chicken. Nice. Corn. Gotta have that corn. Oh, strawberry jello. That's nice. Green beans. Oh, here's some chocolate orange jewels. That sounds good. I guess that's chocolate covered orange things. We got a brownie mix. Ooh, hot cocoa. Marshmallows. Oh, cranberry sauce. Gotta have that cranberry sauce. We didn't have that for Thanksgiving this year. Oh, here's candied yams. Oh, smoked almonds. That's cool. That would be a nice little appetizer. Box of stuffing. And a thing of gravy mix. Oh, and a little ornament for the tree. Whoop. Wow, you guys, that's a lot of food. So everybody gets one of these on top of their monthly big stock up from the food bank. So that is incredible. Definitely enough food to make sure that everybody will have a great Christmas. Well, I usually like to do some cooking on these videos, so I'm going to get all this put up, and then we will do some cooking here in a minute. So don't you swipe that phone. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, it is the next day, and I decided for this video I'm going to make some chocolate chip pumpkin cookies. 'Tis the season for cookies, and I have a video coming out of all things cookie, and I thought, you know what, let's do a pumpkin one too. Everybody loves pumpkin cookies. So we're going to use 1 cup of our pumpkin that we got. I'm going to add 1 egg to it, and then I have some homemade vanilla here. We're going to add about a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. We're going to add 3/4 of a cup of white granulated sugar. And look, now my sugar I got from the food bank. I'm going to go towards my sugar bucket there. Very nice. Needed some. And now we're going to do a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. If all you have is brown, that's fine too. You know, whatever you got sugars, but it's nice to have that molasses in there from the brown sugar. And then we are also going to add a 1/4 cup of oil. This is vegetable oil. You'd add canola oil, different type of oil, whatever you want. This helps keep it really moist though. You could also do applesauce if you want, but that might affect the moisture. So let's get this kind of all mixed up here. All right, now let's add our dry goods to this. I'm gonna add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which is also the type of flour I got. And then a couple of teaspoons of stuff. Now it might seem intimidating because there's 4 things that we have to add to the flour, but it's not gonna be so bad. First, I have pumpkin pie spice. You can also just add cinnamon if you want. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of that. This is one of the ones I did when I tried a bunch of pumpkin flavored stuff. I really like it. It says it's spicy, but it's really not. It's just got like pepper kind of seasonings and stuff in there. All right, 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice. Now, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So the same amount, 2 and 2. And then next, we're going to 1/2 teaspoon. And the next 2 things are just going to use halves. And that's going to be salt and baking soda. So this has both baking soda and baking powder in it. 1/2 teaspoon of each. Kind of mix it a little bit on top, I do, and then we're going to mix it in. Just slow and gentle. Once the flour gets in there, that's when the gluten can start getting overworked and you can have a tough cookie. No one likes a tough cookie. All right, now it's almost all incorporated. I'm going to beat out my whisk here. And now we're going to add chocolate chips. I have semi-sweet here. I don't know if I was supposed to add all of them. Why not? You can add less. You can do minis. You could do white. You could do no. You know, whatever you want. Oh, it's lots of chocolate. And this is why I like my Danish dough hook. It doesn't get all caught in stuff like this. All right, that's it. Our cookies are done. Pumpkin chocolate chip. Make sure I'm scraping it, getting it all incorporated. All right, I have a parchment lined sheet tray here. This is left over for some chocolate chip cookies that I did earlier. Use a scoop here. We're not going to flatten these or anything. Just scoop directly to the sheet pan here. I do suggest lining it with parchment paper if you have it. My oven is at 350. These are going to be super chocolatey. What else would you guys add to this? Some people could do nuts, like pumpkin. Oh, I hear you. My cat's hungry. All right, there we go. We're going to bake this at 350. I'm going to do 7 minutes and then we'll check it. I think it's going to take about 10 though. All right, guys, this took roughly 9 minutes and then I pulled them out. They're starting to get a little golden brown. They're not like they bounce back, you know. Ooh, chocolatey. We're gonna let these sit for 1 minute, and then we're gonna transfer them to our cooling rack. See, they kept their shape. So we can probably bake some more at a time then. Didn't know if they were gonna spread out, or if you want them flatter, you can push them flatter. I think these look good. This will usually make about 3 dozen. These can freeze after you cook them, just like this. Or you can scoop the cookie dough, like I had it, and just line it up and then freeze it on the sheet tray, and then break them up and put them in a Ziploc bag. And then you have ready to bake dough there. All right. Wow, we're good. All right, I gotta let them cool for a little bit, and then we'll give them a try. All right, guys, it's time. Let's give these cookies a try. These are a little small. I might use a bigger scoop on these, unless you think this is a good size. Like, I am doing these for like Christmas gift boxes, so you could do a couple of them this size. Oh, that is good. That is one fluffy, gooey cookie, y'all. Guys, I've got to give these a try. Pumpkin's not just for the fall, all year long. Well, if you've made it this far in the video, give me a purple heart down below. Thanks for coming along and checking out what I got from my local food bank and what I made from it to feed my family. I got a big, long cookie video coming for you soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time on Mama Beards.